Hello, everybody, and welcome to your weekly update with Gretchen Hidell. This week in astrology, and I'm going to be going over the week of July 12th through July 18th. There's lots to talk about tonight. So if you're just joining, I would love to hear where you're tuning in from and also what your astrological sign is. We always talk about our signs on the live broadcast. So whether you're watching this here on the live on Facebook or on Instagram, or if you're tuning in to the pre-recorded version or even YouTube, welcome to my channel. So thank you very much. Gretchen Hidell, full-time astrologer, life coach, Reiki master, and so much more. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Welcome. Zelda777 just joined. Welcome. Rita Virgo in Colorado. Hello. Jackie Aquarius in Vermont. Welcome. We have a lot of people coming on all at once here. I have some very different news this week than I did last week. Amen, hallelujah. There's just been a lot of things going on in the astrology world for the last 2 weeks that have been quite contentious. Yay, Iris said, busy this summer, good to be here again. Aries, welcome Iris. Sagittarius from Vermont, KKT Wombly on Instagram, and we have Zelda777 Los Angeles. Yay, welcome. I am so glad everybody's joining. Kathleen from Tennessee on a road trip. Yay, and you are Leo. Welcome. Hey, Emma. I haven't seen you in so long. Libra. Yes, you are. Welcome, everybody. Emma, we're going to be talking about Leo tonight. Kathleen, Leo. We're going to be talking a lot about Leo. Emma, you're Leo rising, but still, we're going to be talking about Leo. I have this pesky little fly that I was not able to capture before the broadcast started, so it's summertime in Vermont. Going in and out with the dogs, the little flies get in. So our week is very different from last week and the week before. So if you guys remember, and if you've been tuning in for the live broadcast, basically the last 2 weeks have been very contentious. We've had those fixed T-squares between Mars and Venus in Leo, and they've been squaring the Saturn-Uranus square that's been going on all of 2021. So that thing is contentious in itself. And then Venus and Mars were getting involved. And the last 2 weeks have been very difficult, contentious energy. Plus, we kind of finished, we finished our Mercury retrograde. And then it was like, instead of it being like, everything's nice, and then we went right into those squares. And someone asked me on Instagram, what is a square? A square is where two planets are forming just a contentious sort of interaction with each other, and they're not getting along. Those planets are not getting along on the same page. So, oh my goodness, we've had some real, contentiousness there. Actually, Venus and Mars opposed opposed Saturn, and then Saturn and Uranus were squaring each other, and it was just a hot mess. We'll just call it that. So getting into the astrology of it. Hey, Amy, Williston Pisces from Vermont. Welcome on the Instagram here. And then Wendy, hey, Aquarius in Vermont. Oh, but you're on the Cape. Oh, that's so much fun. So you guys have some homework tonight I'm going to give you. For those of you who are traveling and outside right now and are able to see such things, because I know half of the country seems to be under some kind of blanket of smoke right now because of all the forest fires and different things that are happening in this world. So that's not really fun in the United States. But basically what the deal is I'm going to go over a couple things coming up this week in astrology. So, and I'll save that little tidbit for a second here. So, the big news today, there's a couple big things this week, is that Venus is going to form a conjunction with Mars, and that's what I was kind of getting to. It's so sweet and delicious. Yay! Oh, hey, Corbin, welcome. Yay! Monica is watching outdoors. Okay, so this is the thing, Monica. I want y'all tonight to look, because right near the moon, which is in Leo, Venus and Mars are going to be conjunct in Leo as well. So tonight, for those of you that can see it and it's clear and it's not cloudy and rainy and all that, Mars, Venus, and the moon are all going to form a triple conjunction in the sky. So it'll be very fun to watch. You can see it and take a picture with your camera. If any of you do that, go ahead and post on the comments below your picture. I'd love to see the view, but it's pretty cool. You can see them all together, and they're going to look really, like bright kind of stars, and it'll be right near the moon. Oh, Corbin said, where is the moon? All I see are clouds and rain. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. A lot of people are under a cloudy condition. And so, but if you are in an area, it's pretty cool to go ahead and look. Horn.sb on Instagram. Sarah Leo in Vermont. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So that's going to be happening this week, the Venus-Mars conjunction. The other thing that's going to be happening is Chiron is going to turn retrograde this week. And then the other big news, is the quarter lunar cycle is going to happen, as well as Saturn's, I keep saying the wrong planets, the sun is going to oppose Pluto. And that's not going to be so much fun on Saturday. But I'm going to get into all this. What does all that mean? Zelda77, you left your telescope at your mom's. Oh no. But you can see this with your naked eye. I'll just tell you that. They're going to look, they're like this right now, Venus and Mars. So anyway, I want to break down day by day what's happening. So today on Monday, we had a very delicious Mercury formed a trine with Jupiter. So Mercury is newly, as of yesterday on Sunday, is newly moved into the astrological sign of Cancer, which I did go over last week in the broadcast, if you want to kind of take a look at that. So Mercury in Cancer formed a trine with Jupiter in Pisces, both water signs, okay? So today was all about communicating and feelings and being able to sort of talk, and express yourself with your feelings and your emotions, but also at the same time kind of come up into your intellect as well. So you're kind of marrying the feelings, the heart, and the third eye chakra. Looks like my third eye right here, that ring. And so that's really wonderful, because you're marrying your communication, you're marrying your third eye, you're marrying your heart and speaking from your heart. So all of that was quite lovely. That happened today. The peak of it was today at 3:45 p.m. on July 12th, but we will feel it, going from this weekend even into tomorrow and Wednesday. So that's really lovely. And certainly if you're a Cancer or a Pisces, you'll definitely be feeling that the strongest, or a Scorpio, because you'll be water sign. Stars 10, hello from Hawaii. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. Wendy said, a silver moon trying to peek through the clouds. I know. A lot of people are saying that they can't. My mom is totally under smoke in Colorado, because they're getting all the smoke from California and Oregon and all that. So that's a bummer. Okay, so this lovely trines in astrology are everybody gets along. That's a wonderful thing. Then tomorrow on Tuesday morning, 9:33 a.m. Eastern Time, so 6:33 if you're on the West Coast Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be having that big conjunction between Venus and Mars. It only is going to happen one time this year. Next year, in 2022, it will happen twice. But in 2025, it's going to happen 0 times. So it only happens once or twice, or no times in a calendar year. And so what this is, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and, sensuality and softness, and archetypally more feminine energy. Then you get Mars, sexuality, and a little bit more motivation and aggression and all that kind of stuff, the hunter. That's Mars, and it's archetypally identified with masculine energy. The feminine, the masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine come together in the astrological sign of Leo. It's going to be 19 degrees Leo. So if any of you are out there and you have your chart, or if you are a Leo, you'll definitely be at ground zero and you'll be feeling this, but you'll be feeling it if you're a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, okay, if you have a lot of fire in your chart. or if you have a lot of air in your chart. So, you know, Aquarius definitely, because Aquarius, you know, was opposing these, yes, Leo and Aquarius oppose each other. So they're opposing these planets, or Libra or Gemini too, because remember, air stokes fire. So if you're any of those signs, or even a cardinal sign, okay, you're gonna all be or fixed sign, I'm sorry, or you'll all be feeling this energy a lot in Leo. So Leo is the proud lion, okay? Leo is a fire sign, so it's all about passion and doing something and aggression and all of that type of stuff. And so it's beautiful energy. First of all, Venus and Mars coming together, it can be wonderful. Now, everything in astrology, everything in life is a little paradoxical. We'll just say a little paradoxical. So, you know, can this be problematic? Maybe if you have trouble balancing those energies in yourself. If you have trouble balancing those energies of masculine and feminine in your own body, that can be problematic, okay? But otherwise, it's just, and it's kind of sexy. We're just gonna say that. So it's sexy, it's sensual, it's passion, it's romance. We could be all feeling just a little frisky right now. And that's that Leo energy. Leo is very dramatic, okay? Like, you know, fire signs are very dramatic. We, you know, like to have these explosive moments and lots of passion and all this kind of, you know, very haughty, you know, kind of stuff, you know, that's all that Leo energy. And Leo is quite proud, okay? It's also associated with royalty. It's associated with, you know, gift giving and really like over the top expressions of love, you know, like the flowers and the candy and the sparkles and all that, you know, stuff that we think about with like true romance, you know, like, you know, but some of that you have to remember, that's a little love bombing. You don't want to get too far into that, but we are very over the top heady right now and like with the love stuff. So if you're single and you're looking to mingle, this is a great time to look on the dating app and kind of, you know, check out to see who's available. If you're in a committed romance, okay, this is a great time to spark the fires, okay, of your romantic connection with your lover and your partner and your sweetheart and all that good stuff. Now, Leo's fixed. Leo is a sign that basically doesn't like to have, how do I say this? Like, there's no, like, Leos don't like cheating. Now, are Leos always faithful? That's a whole, that's a whole other topic. But they don't like, you know, usually they don't like to have a lot of, you know, they want to be known for being special and being the chosen one and being, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's that Leo energy. Aquarius is all about the masses and all about helping others, and it's like, you're my brother and you're my sister and it doesn't matter, you know, what the deal is. Leo wants to be special and chosen. So that's, you know, if you think about that in terms of love, that's kind of what we want right now. We want to be feeling like that special chosen one. And so that's a lot of that Leo-esque energy. So Venus in Leo, 19 degrees Leo, Mars in Leo, 19 degrees Mars. Okay, they're both 19 degrees and they're coming together tomorrow morning at 9:33 a.m. Eastern time. So remember that we're a little premature for Leo season. We're not officially in Leo season. We're still definitely in Cancer season. But when you think of Leo, you're definitely thinking about like the solar plexus, the sacral, you know, like these oranges and reds and yellow colors, you know, that's all very Leo. In fact, Leo's official color is orange. So I wore my burnt orange color for tonight so that I could celebrate the Leo, the lion energy. So there's that. This is also a wonderful time if you guys are looking, if you're, again, single and you're looking, or even if you're looking to kind of create more love and sparks in your life. You know, you can light a candle and set an intention for the candle and just pray over it and ask, you know, the angels or your spirit guides or whoever to bring you love and to bring you, you know, maybe a dozen roses, and that would be fun. But yes, so that's going to be tomorrow on the 13th. But your homework is, if you can, look up tonight, because it's going to be quite cool and stunning. Moon is in Leo right now, and then we're going to have Venus and Mars in Leo all together, okay, up there in the sky, like right hanging out with each other. So if you can find the moon, you can find these other two like right next to them. They're going to look like super bright stars. So that's pretty cool. And again, if you guys can, I think that would be fun if you on Facebook here posted a picture of your of your pictures here. Jane Moon Wolf said, single and not looking, definitely not noticing a lot of looks towards you in the last few days. Yes, I've noticed some amorous, we'll just say, attention last few days myself, and it's just been interesting. Hey Doreen, welcome. Darlene said good evening and the fireflies are out. Yeah, so you have to go look and see if you can see that triple conjunction in the sky. It's going to be quite fun. Now, getting into Thursday, the 15th, July 15th, 2021, the sun is going to form a trine with Neptune. The sun is in Cancer, Neptune is in Pisces. So here we go again, where we have Cancer and Pisces energy coming together, melding together. Now, if you think about that, Pisces is you know, ruled by Neptune, the god of the ocean, okay? And he's got the trident and everything, and Cancer's the crab, so they're like BFFs. They get along totally well together. I don't know if any of you are dating one of those. I think if you're a Cancer and you're dating a Pisces or vice versa, but they tend to get along quite well, or they tend to be BFFs or whatever, because they're both water signs. So the sun is going to be in Cancer, Neptune's in Pisces. That's going to be coming to a peak or a height on Thursday at 4:49 a.m. Eastern time. So earlier than that if you're out on the West Coast. And I will tell you that we might even feel that all day on Wednesday going into Thursday, because the only thing about when we activate Neptune is we get a little tired, a little like spacey, a little kind of like drifty, dreamy. We don't really want to stay on task. We don't want to be detail oriented. We don't want to do all that. It's just like we want to just like, a lot of you are on vacation right now and playing in the sand and having fun and looking at palm trees and doing those types of things, meditating. I mean, that's all very Neptunian sort of energy. You know, so there's that. So it's a little hard if you have to be very like more left brain for your job instead of right brain. Right brain people, the creatives, will have a much better thing during that than the people who have very linear type jobs like accountants or somebody who's doing I don't know, keeping track of time and like doing all kinds of things. Like if it's a very regimented, like a government job or a corporate job or a technical job, that is not as good for that type of stuff. But if you have to write poetry and sing a song and you know, meditate and connect to your spirituality and your higher self, oh, all that is totally favored under Neptunian transits. Neptune makes me a little sleepy, but I also get extremely intuitive during Neptune transits, so that's always fun. Now, the other thing that happens on Thursday the 15th is Chiron in Aries starts turning retrograde, which means it's going backwards. Now, Chiron is just like all these other sort of planets that are further out in the solar system. It's retrograde for, I can't remember, I meant to look it up, like maybe 4 or 5 months, something like that, but it's retrograde for a while. It's going to be in Aries. It's right now it's at 12 degrees Aries, and it's going to start going backward. Okay, so what does that mean? Chiron is very, see, I'm feeling my Neptune already. Chiron is very, the nickname is the wounded healer. So any of you Sagittarius is out there, who is a centaur, half man, half horse. Chiron is also a centaur, okay? It was one of the centaurs in the zodiac, and he was the healer. So he is basically there to help us heal something. So whenever Chiron goes retrograde, now we're dredging up old wounds. Yay. Chiron tends to dredge up old wounds anyway, even when it's going direct. So when we're reviewing something, we're going to review again an old wounding. Now, when we talk about Aries, again, Aries is a fire sign. Sometimes Aries also is something with the head too, like the physical head, headaches and eyes and, you know, all kinds of things with the head. So Chiron basically is in that sign for an extra long time. Chiron is in Aries the longest out of all the zodiac signs. So we're going to be in Aries Chiron for a long time. But it's the head. So when we talk about needing to heal something like a physical healing, or if it's an emotional healing, often Aries is associated with like anger or fighting or some kind of a thing. So feeling slighted, feeling spiteful, all that cousins of anger, you know, frustration is a cousin of anger, I always say. Chiron in Aries is about reviewing, okay, something to do with that. And that's going to be on Thursday, where at 12:42 p.m. Eastern time in the afternoon, it's going to start its retrograde cycle. So we're in the middle of retrograde season, and this is normal. It happens every year. It's not, you know, the end of the world, but we are in this review kind of time. Now, things get a little, okay, so the beginning of this week starts out really well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you're feeling pretty good, you're feeling positive. We got sexy, all this kind of stuff happening, and sensuality and sexuality, and oh, yay. And then we hit Saturday. And it's like, yay! Oh no, it just like goes way downhill on Saturday. So here's what the deal is. First of all, we have the second chance new moon happening on Saturday, which sounds good. Oh, you hear new moon. Yay, that sounds good. Second chance new moon. Oh, that must be even really good. Quarter lunar cycles are a time of reevaluation. So if you think about the new moon, okay, which was last week on July 9th in Cancer, now we're going to be having the second chance new moon. So first of all, that is a good thing in the fact that we can write out our new moon manifestation list if we forgot. Okay, so if you forgot to write it, this is the second chance new moon, and this is a great time for manifesting stuff. It occurs, the peak of it is 6:11 a.m. So it's going to be 3:11 a.m. if you're out on the West Coast, but it's going to be happening on Saturday morning early. So if you want to write out your new moon list when you wake up, if you forgot the last week, you can do that. It's going to be taking place at 25 degrees Libra. So it's the first quarter lunar cycle, okay, and we're doing now continuation. What do you want? What do you want to harvest? What do you want to make bigger? What do you want to grow? Okay, all that's good stuff. And they all were happening in cardinal signs, like the last quarter moon was in Aries, the new moon was in Cancer, now we're in Libra, and then the next moon, the full moon, switches to fixed signs. So then we go into a fixed series of moons. So this is the last, this is Libra. And Libra, the main life lesson of Libra, I don't know if there's any Libras on tonight. If you're on watching, go ahead and comment. Oh, Doreen, your birthday's tomorrow. Turning 65. Wow. Congratulations. Happy birthday. That's awesome because you're going to have everybody wish Doreen on Facebook here a happy birthday. She's going to have the Venus and Mars conjunction. You're going to have that conjunction in your solar return chart for the whole year. You're a lucky ducky. I love that. Laura here on Instagram said she's the Libra moon. You're a Leo too. I was just talking about that Leo conjunction with Venus and Mars. And then Encounter Boston is Libra. Jackie, Libra in Pennsylvania, welcome. Lauren, Virgo Sun, Libra rising. So yeah, you have all that. And your Mars and Venus are in Leo. So wow, you're having your return in that. That's pretty cool, Lauren. That's very spicy for the love life. Jocelyn, yay, Libra in Vermont. Awesome. So yeah, so if you're a Libra, you're going to be feeling this first quarter lunar cycle. My mom, Rita, said Libra rising. Yes, that's right. You remembered. That's awesome. Jean said, yes, I'm a Libra moon too. Robin said, happy birthday, Doreen. Yeah, we want to wish Doreen happy birthday. Okay, so the moon is going to be in Libra. Here's the thing though. Libra's life lesson is all about relationships. You guys are balance, okay, and relationships. And so basically, we're going to have an evaluation or reevaluation. First quarter moons and last quarter moons are always about a time of reevaluating things. So again, if you go back to the planting of the seeds during the new moon, like a farming analogy, the first quarter moon is like, what do we need? Water. How are the shoots? Are they from the seeds we planted? Are they starting to come up? Does it need more sunlight? Does it need better, fertilizer? Whatever the case is. So we're sort of reevaluating something in our life, even though it is a continuation of the new moon. We're having to make a little adjustment here or there. We're maybe having to, clear a field a little bit more, though that's usually geared more towards the last quarter lunar cycle. But the first quarter moon is a time to just make an adjustment. Sometimes those adjustments are irritating, I'll just tell you that. So when we have the first quarter moon, it's 25 degrees Libra, so it's going to be on the end of Libra there if you are Libra. But so that's going to be happening. So we have this little readjustment that we're having to make on Saturday. But here's another adjustment, and this one's pretty harsh. The sun in Cancer is going to be forming an opposition to Pluto in Capricorn on that day. It's 6:46 p.m. that night, so almost 7 p.m. on Saturday night. And again, earlier than that if you're on the West Coast. Oh boy. So I just hate this one. It comes every year. Ever since Pluto has been in Capricorn, it comes every year during Cancer season. So because Pluto is in Capricorn and Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn. So every year, unfortunately, and I feel bad for you Cancers because it's coming during your astrological birthday sign, the Sun and Pluto are going to oppose each other. This is a time of strife. I can't sugarcoat that at all. And as we get closer to the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and remember, it's like walking up a mountain. Saturday is the 7 p.m. peak, 6:46 p.m., and then you come down after that. But it doesn't just stop and start. It's going to be all the end of the week. So where the beginning of the week starts out really nice, we're in this little love bubble. We got this Venus-Mars connection. Oh, I'm going to feel all the feels and connect with my inner lioness or lion, if you're a male, whatever, it doesn't matter, and just kind of, we're good. And then boom, we hit the end of the week and it's like, that Cancer Sun opposing. So the sun is our ego. It's like our totality. If you think of the sun and the zodiac, everything revolves around the sun. The sun is really super important. If the sun dies, we all die. Okay. So when the sun opposes the planet of death and rebirth and transformation and Phoenix rising, remember Pluto is Hades. Ooh, that's darkness. And it's like I guess if you were to try to meld these two together, the best possible outcome would be the sun shining his light, okay, into Pluto's dark, dank domain and illuminate something. But usually it's almost like turning on the light and the cockroaches are all running around and the rats and the different things. It's like it's illuminating something dark and something dank and something smelly and nasty. It's like, it's not good. So usually, and then you have to do the purging. Whenever Pluto gets activated, you're going to have to purge something, right? I mean, Pluto is all about releasing, letting go, getting rid of. Literally, it's associated with toxins and decay and like all the stuff. So it's septic systems, it's all the waste, it's just any kind of thing where it needs to be kind of let go of and drained out and cleaned out and all that. It's almost like opening, your drawer in your refrigerator, the vegetable drawer, and like everything had rotted, and it's like, now the sun's illuminating that, going, look at this, this is a nasty, disgusting mess. And then we got to clean it up. But usually what happens is we have to purge something that's within our psyche. And that can even be harder because it's very, just, you know, it's hard to look at that stuff. It's like nobody wants to look at the darkness, you know, and it's about letting go of something in our own lives. Now, we've been going through this, like I said, all the way since 2007 when Pluto went into Capricorn. We've been going through this every summer since then. It's like we have not gotten a break. Even when Pluto ends up moving on in 2024, Pluto will finally move out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. Even when that happens, we'll still have that opposition. Instead of happening during Cancer season, then we'll have it during Leo season, and that will still be in the summer. So we kind of can't get away from this energy of this illumination and this opposition. It happens only once a year, but it's not a fun one. It is a time in the past where there have been like school shootings and different events, like horrible things. So this is a time where we'll hear about more things on the news and some stuff that's hard, just hard stuff. Okay, Robin Perry. Oh, you're born on the 8/8 portal of Leo. Today was Black and Blue Monday at work, and you expect a full-blown explosion by Saturday. Yeah, that's kind of what the deal is, and I can't super sugarcoat that. That's coming. And so again, remember, I always tell you guys, forewarned is forearmed. So if you know that is going to be that's not the time to have a big talk with your partner. That's not the time to ask your boss, like, hey, do you have any positive, constructive feedback for me? Because you're not going to get like a good, positive, constructive feedback. You'll get some hardcore thing, So I wanted to, my mother actually, hey Mom, she was telling me earlier, texting me, text venting, about how smoky it is in where she lives in Colorado. And I realized I hadn't printed a map lately, okay, of the geocentric lines that run across the United States. And I can do this for anywhere in the world, but right now I'm going to just do it at the United States because that's where most of my viewers are living currently, unless if there's somebody who's watching that is maybe in a different country, because I'd love to hear that. So there's that. So basically, I wanted to remind you, this has been going on for a long time, but if you look, this is the United States, and this is the West Coast, and this big black line, because of course Pluto would be a black line, just based on what I just said, is really just off the coast. It's kind of almost coming in land here up in the very northern section of almost where US and Canada intersects here. And then look at right here. So the brown line right here is actually Saturn line. And if you look at the Pluto line is right there. Now, if you guys remember 2020, that was not fun. Those two were actually together right on top of each other. Now, the good thing was back then is it was more out to sea, okay? Since then, Saturn has come inland, okay? So I'm just kind of trying to draw a circle here so you guys can see what I'm talking about with the Saturn line and the Pluto line. If you look at the fire map right now, and I did before the broadcast, so you guys getting very accurate information here. The main portion, like the super, super, super major hotspot of what's happening is right here. There is a gigantic cluster. I mean, there's a lot of clusters of fire, and if you look at the rest of the U.S., not as much activity. But if you look at the West Coast, look at all those lines. I mean, you can see all the activity. So right here is the very, very hot spot, literally, of wildfires right now. And I have been predicting this for a long time of natural disasters as these two lines. I should say this, they do run this way. Okay, so Pluto takes years and years and years to come fully inland, and in fact Pluto's going retrograde, so it's going back out to sea. So is Saturn, though. Saturn's going retrograde too, so that's going out in this direction right now, but usually they move when they're going forward this way. So basically that's what's happening, is there's a big hotbed of activity wherever Saturn's kind of can cause problems. Pluto can definitely for 1,000% cause problems. I've been predicting that there was going to be fires, there was going to be earthquakes, there was going to be drought, there was going to be all this kind of stuff going on the west coast of the US. Nothing you can really do about it. I mean, if you live there, I'm not telling millions and millions and millions of people to move, I mean, because that's going to be impossible. But I'll just say that the West Coast is in for years of stuff like this. And in fact, I was telling my mom this, Nostradamus actually predicted this. He said in the very beginning of this century that we would be experiencing, he talked about in the New World in his quadrants. That's the name of what he used to have to write in sort of like in a puzzles, because if he was caught, you know, he could be accused of being a witch. So back then he had to like kind of hide his predictions. But he did predict, and he is one of the world's greatest astrologers. A lot of people didn't realize that's how Nostradamus predicted things. It was through astrology. And he was a scryer, meaning that he would do gazing into like scrying like into a crystal ball. You can do scrying using a flame. You can do scrying in the Victorian times. They loved doing scrying in mirrors. That was like a big thing. And in fact, in a lot of very, very old Victorian homes, because you know how Victorian homes always had these a room for everything. It was like the sewing room and the sitting room and the garden room and all the different rooms. They actually had scrying rooms, and it was like usually this little kind of, probably some of you that have Victorian homes probably use them as a closet now, but they had these little rooms that were dark. They had no windows, and you would go in and you would sit with a mirror and just sit there and gaze into this mirror. So it was kind of creepy a little bit, but that was what Victorian times they did scrying. So he did scrying as well, but mostly he did astrology. And so he predicted that in the beginning of this century, we would have tons and tons and tons and tons of fires. He called it in the New World. When he talked about the New World was usually when he was talking about the United States, because we're newer. So anyway, that's the history of all that. So he was predicting all this heat wave and all this like fires and things like that. Now because he was, you know, in the 1500s, got to give the guy a break. He talked about people, you know, getting so like out of resources, no food, no water, you know, that they would start eating each other. And that obviously has not happened. Cancel Claire. But I will just say this, that, you know, obviously there is going to be a shortage of resources, let's say, if, you know, they can't do farming or they can't water, you know, crops and things like that. So anyway, I thought you guys might be interested to get a little update on the map and just kind of see what's going on. And this thick looking line that's kind of right here that looks like a little mixture of pink and red, that is the Venus-Mars conjunction, which is in a fire sign, Leo, and it's coming in right here. So again, that's adding a little bit more fire energy, even though I just got done saying that the Venus-Mars thing is actually a very positive thing. It still is activated in that area. So my mother, who lives in Colorado right now, is in this area right here, but all the smoke is kind of coming you know, in that area of the country. So you can see that's the hotbed. This is really the hotbed of the country. We don't have as much really going on the East Coast, not as much. The middle of the country does have Neptune still, and that's been a problem in recent past. I've talked a lot about, it's almost like the opposite problem. Neptune's the ocean, right? So where there's like flooding and all that kind of stuff, like running through like Houston, Texas, and all these types, the Gulf Coast and everything. So Neptune is excessive water. It's flooding and all that. So it's almost like I wish I could like take the Neptune line and like kind of move it over, but I can't do that. It's not a video game. So yeah. So anyway, Nope. Andrea said the map is upside down. I don't know if anybody else is reading it. It might be backwards because I'm looking at it. We're looking at it through a camera, but it's definitely not upside down. It was right side up, unless if maybe your camera is, I don't know, upside down. But anyway, so I hope everybody, that makes sense to you all. But I like to show you because it's so interactive, you know, and like you can really see how this is affecting, you know, our country, and that, you know, that it's causing problems, real problems, and it's not going to necessarily dissipate anytime soon. It's going to continue to kind of be like this in the summers and stuff. So like I said, on Saturday, Pluto's getting activated by the sun opposing it, and it's Cancer and Capricorn. So if you are a Cancer or you are a Capricorn, you're right at ground zero. Or if you are another cardinal sign, which is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. So if you're any of the, and we had a lot of Libras on tonight. I don't know about we had a couple Aries that I could see. But you know, we're all at ground zero, and then, but you don't have to be one of those signs for you to feel this. Because let's say, I always tell people, because people get confused, like, well, like, you said Cancer and I'm a Taurus or something, you know, people will say stuff like that to me. I will just say this, what if, okay, so what if your husband or your wife or something, or you're a Taurus, and they're a Cancer, and they're going through a horrible, hard time? That's still affecting you, isn't it? Like, you know, and then the energy kind of spills over. So even though you're not one of those signs, you probably know somebody that's one of those signs. Maybe your boss is a Capricorn, and then they're having a bad day, and then they take out the bad day on you. Or someone cuts you off, you know, going to the grocery store, and, you know, you get, you know, they might be a Cancer or a Capricorn or whatever. So see, the energy isn't like encapsulated like we're in our own little bubble, you know. It kind of tends to spill out a little bit. So that's just it. Oh, Jody said, Cancer here. Today is your birthday. Welcome. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Jody happy birthday. So yeah, so it's going to be a little hard on Saturday. I'll just say that. And going into the weekend, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So have patience. We're going to need some patience, okay? This weekend's going to be a little difficult. This is not the time to have the big talk. It's not the time, okay, to, Mom said, what about our homework? Mom, you already forgot. You zoned it out. It was to go outside and look at the triple conjunction, which you can't do. Lauren said, yes, we all affect each other. Yeah, because we're all interconnected. We're all interconnected. So yeah, so it's one of those things. So I will just tell you all this. Try to remain as calm as possible. And if someone tries to really fight with you, just back away, you know, that people can't fight with themselves, you know, so back away. If you say, hey, you know, this is not working for me, this conversation's not working, I'm just going to go now, blah, 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 whatever you have to do, just back away, because this could be real contentious fighting kind of energy. So yeah, be kind, be calm. Lauren said that's really good advice, you know. Take it easy even driving, because this could be like a road rage thing, you know. We want to be taking it easy. So I hope that helps everybody. So we're going to be reevaluating relationships on Saturday. Then we got that Pluto thing on Saturday too. So this is not the time for ultimatums either. Pluto is disastrous with ultimatums. I think ultimatums are not good anyway, but Pluto is like, does not want to be cornered like that. Like, it, again, it's Hades. Okay, so it can be crazy. So I'm ready to take any questions that you guys might have, or things you'd like to talk about while people are typing. Okay, if you have questions. The one stone that I really felt would be very positive this week, and I've shown it before, but I think you can't go wrong with rose quartz. Okay, so rose quartz is definitely such a wonderful stone. It's love, it's self-love, it's nurturing, it's calm, it's romantic. If you're not feeling the love, okay, this is definitely, rose quartz is definitely the one. I don't have my rose quartz bracelet on, but I often wear my rose quartz when it's kind of contentious like this. And remember that we have to do self-love as well as love of others. So rose quartz, I think, is wonderful, and it's something that will help help our life, help our world, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's good and gentle. It's really good and gentle for the soul and for our auras and all that. It is the energy of heart energy. So, you know, that Leo Mars thing's really trying to help us to, you know, get our love life going and get our romance going. It's just that we're going to have a little tester on Saturday, so, or Friday, or Thursday. Remember, it doesn't have to just be that one day. Okay, I'm trying to read here. I have it blocked a little bit. Let's see. Oh, happy birthday, Jackie said. It's your granddaughter, Oriella. Is that how I say it? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. 4th birthday. It's so wonderful. Not a question. The agreement might be one day from signed. Yes, that's amazing. I love that. Jocelyn said, Libra here, I love your ring. Oh, thank you. I don't know if it's this one or the other one, but this is labradorite. Oh, that's so cool. Glenn said he just bought a frosty and pale green crystal for the first time. It really spoke to you. That's heart chakra energy too. Basically, pink and green, light green is heart chakra. Oh boy. CMY76 on Instagram said brother and his family are heading to Oregon on Saturday for a wedding. Yikes. Let's do a card on that. I'm sorry. That's a little bit stressful. Tell them just take their time. No going crazy. No, like, you know, shenanigans on the road and stuff. Give people lots of, you know, just let them do their thing. Glenn, I don't know what stone that is, but it sounds lovely. That's very heart chakra though, for sure. Okay. All right, so CM76, what do they need to know about the brother going for a wedding? Okay, peace of mind. That's good. That's a great card if we're talking about traveling during a contentious thing. So he's headed like toward Pluto line instead of away from the Pluto line. So yeah, just tell him to take his time, but he is getting, you are getting peace of mind about his trip. So hope that helps. All right, so let me see here. Let me see. Okay. Naomi said, can you pull a card for my 8-year-old former foster son? You got a call about him, wondering about the next move into another program. Okay, let's look about that. I'll look into his energy. What is his sign, Naomi? I'm just wondering. The program looks very good. I do feel, though, that he needs a lot of he's very creative. There's a lot of stimulation. I don't know if he really likes colors, really likes to paint, really likes to create things. Oh, he's an Aries, yeah. Sorry. I'm an Aries too, so I'm not throwing stones at glass houses. But yeah, he needs to be a little bit more kind of centered in some kind of a thing with shapes, and I don't know why I keep seeing shapes and colors, and like I don't know if he is just very creative or whatever, but I feel like he needs to kind of connect with that side of him. Because otherwise, I feel like he can be quite, you know, we were just talking about Aries can be quite reactive and quite angry and quite frustrated. I do feel him like kind of doing like I don't know if he has a twitch or like a repetitive movement, or if he's just very fidgety, but I feel him moving a lot and I feel a lot of activity. But I also do think he would be quite good at like arts and crafts and colors and different things, like artistic. I like the program a lot. You're getting dreams come true, which is a great card as far as that goes. But he needs to kind of get connected a little bit more. He's getting the card of visualization. And I feel like with this card, I feel like he needs to have more visual, kind of have that gift sort of encouraged within him. This is saying it's an established, this is a different deck, but it's saying, Naomi, that it's an established program. It's like, I feel like a very strong, like this looks like a castle, right? It's a very strong thing for him. It's almost like he fits right in. He goes into the program, and it's much more of a right fit. I don't know what the deal is with the place that he's at now, but I don't feel like whatever it is not equipped to take care of somebody like him. I just feel like he's not, it's just not like quite a right match, but it might have been like an almost kind of thing. So I hope that helps. You just have to kind of, really visualize what you want for him too, because they're saying for some reason there's a lot of visualization, not only just with him, but with you too. Like, I want you to visualize where he is. Yeah, very fidgety and great at building things. Yeah, I see like blocks and shapes and colors and stuff like that. He's actually quite creative, and I don't feel like he's totally channeled that yet. But I would definitely keep going with it. I'm not here to diagnose, but he almost feels a little bit ADD or ADHD to me. So he always needs that stimulation. It's like, what's this and what's this and what's this? Like he has that. But he does get frustrated easy too. So I hope that helps. I feel like it's going to be a good place. It feels very, very much like he's going to be in a better type of situation. Yay! So let's see. Jean, okay. Can you pull a card for your house and or financial situation? Well, that's 2 questions, my dear. So let's just see what the deal is. I'm gonna pull a card. I feel like one goes into the other, but we'll just see. What do we need to know about Jean's financial picture? We'll just say that. What does Jean need to know about her financial? You've had to get creative with this process. When you're talking about buying, I don't know if you're actually buying a house or you're trying to refinance or do something with your home. I really have to tell you that I feel like for some reason, whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's refinance or buy a new home or fix your home up or do whatever, for some reason I keep feeling like it's out of reach, it's out of reach, it's out of reach. Like, and each time you try to do something, it's feeling a little bit like you almost get there and then not. You've had to be really creative with your numbers. I feel like you've had to be really sort of like move things here, move things there, and do that kind of thing. But I feel like it's working. Like, I feel like you are going to be figuring this out. I don't know why. I kind of feel like you might be like trying to do something financially with your home. Like refinance it or something. Yeah, you've been on like sort of, it's been shaky a little bit, like, and nerve-wracking. I'll just say that. But I do figure out, oh, I don't know if Jean's still on. But I do feel like as if you're going to end up being able to do something with it. It's just you're going to have to almost like, I feel like you're going to have to find somebody that is going to be able to help you, the right, like, loan person or the right, contractor or the right, whatever it is you're looking to do. Because I do feel like as if they kind of intersect there between these. Jean said, oh, I'm laughing at how accurate this is. Yeah. I do feel like as if though you're gonna there feels like there's something kind of wrapping up with it. I'm getting the number 13, so I don't know if it's on the 13th or 13 weeks or 13 months. I'm not quite sure, but I'm getting the number 13, Jean, but I just feel like as if stay with the plan, stay with the program. Don't try. I kind of feel like someone wants you to switch or do something, and I kind of feel like you shouldn't do that just yet. Like, I feel like you should stay the course, because I almost feel like someone might try to derail you. And it doesn't feel like the right thing. It feels like you could almost go down the wrong path, and then it's like, and then you like come back again. So it might have already have just happened, or might be in your immediate future. I'm having trouble in time figuring out where this is, but it would have been very recent, or it's coming very, very soon, where it's like, maybe we'll just do all this other thing, and you'll be like, wait a minute, what? Like, we just decided on this other course. And follow your gut with that, because I almost feel like if you get that, like, what feeling, that's the feeling that it's the wrong thing for you, just to let you know. I hope that helps, but I do think it's going to end up kind of coming around for you, just letting you know. Yay! All right. So we had a lot of questions tonight, and I can only take a few because, you know, we're on a live broadcast and it gets to be too long. Oh, Jody, I'm so, could you pull a card as I resolve if my mother loved me while she was alive? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. First of all, for your loss. But yeah, let me pull a card for you. Jean said, thank you. You're welcome, Jean. I hope that helps. Monica said the clouds are opening up. Yay! We're going to see that Venus-Mars conjunction. Okay, Jody, I'm going to answer that question for you. Did your mom love you while she was here? I want to connect to your mom. I already know the answer to this, but I want to connect with your mom. Yep. I don't know if she had you when she was very young or what the deal was with your mom, but I almost like when I see her, it's very interesting because I'm almost looking like it almost looks like a Polaroid picture from like 1970s or 80s or something. Like, it literally looks like frozen in that time frame. Like, it's like faded and it's a Polaroid and it's like dressed in that type of clothing. So I don't know why I would be seeing it so long ago, but like that's kind of like the way that she sort of appears to me. It's like this picture that I'm seeing. It's a still picture. And it's just kind of from a long time ago. So I don't know if she's been gone long or if that was like something that she would be telling you in life, but that's what I'm seeing. I almost feel like she had hair that was maybe on the lighter side as well, and maybe a slight reddish color is what I'm kind of seeing too. Like, I don't know if in this picture it was like sun-kissed or some kind of a thing with her hair, but she looks really young to me. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if she was really prepared to have a child at that time, or if she was just very, very immature, or what her deal was, but it was like almost like she just something wasn't, it's almost like I almost feel like, I wonder if you lost her then. Let me see. Oh, Jody, you're saying, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So she became mentally ill in 1975 is what Jody said, and she had very red hair. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a picture of her, but it was almost like, it's interesting that she's showing me that picture of like the 70s, this Polaroid picture of her standing like young and just kind of, because it was almost like that's how I want to remember her. In that moment, in that time of your life, that's how she kind of, it's like, don't remember the rest. Like, it's like, remember this part. I don't want you to think about this other part, because it's like, that makes a lot of sense to me. Honey, you're getting peace of mind. She totally loved you. Look at, she's got like kind of almost like a strawberry, reddish, it's blonde, but it has some reddish tint to it. peace of mind. She did, but she was really ill. She was really sort of not well. She had a lot of problems. I feel like she was very like immature and maybe wasn't quite prepared to be a mom and all that type of stuff. The one big thing, Jody, that I really want you to know is that I feel that she didn't tell you enough that you should follow your dreams. Like I literally am getting that card, follow your dreams, but just so that I kind of showed it quickly, follow your dreams. Okay. I feel like you didn't know that though. I feel like for some reason she didn't ever say to you like, yeah, this is a good idea, or do this, like believe in yourself, because she didn't feel that way. Like I feel like she didn't have that wherewithal. I feel bad because I don't think you realize this, but she's around you a lot, and I think you might be like remembering her as that other person. But remember, my dear, when we shed our body, we go into spirit, and then we go into higher consciousness. And it's not like we're God, but we are basically in our soul's highest expression. So when we pass away and we go into spirit, it's not like we're like I said, we're God, but we're of God, by God, of the light, through the light. We're close to source energy, closest that we ever can be. So when we're in spirit, we no longer have ego. We no longer have addictions. We no longer have mental illness. We no longer have, physical disabilities. We no longer have all that stuff because we're in spirit. Like, we become our soul's highest expression. So I always say when someone dies or passes away, it's like you have to your relationship has changed. Her relationship with you has changed. Now your relationship with her has to change, because sometimes we can be angry with people that die. Sometimes we can be in a fight with somebody who had passed away. Sometimes things like this can happen. And so just know when we move into spirit, okay, we then become connected. So she loves you. She's in God's pure love. She's, and I'm using the word God. You can use whatever word makes you feel good, angels, universe, whatever. But when you're in that type of thing, that's basically what happens. So our relationship changed. I always tell the story of my stepfather. My stepfather and I did not have a very good relationship in life. He had a lot of problems with addiction and, issues. So we did not get along very well. He didn't get along with a lot of people very well because he was struggling. But when I'm a medium, and so now that he has passed into spirit, he's actually one of my go-to spirit guides. He's a very, very, very interactive and good spirit guide with me and for me and whatever, and he's always working with me. And so I still had some little issues with him. And then when he started coming to me as a soul, as a spirit, I was like, I don't really want to deal with you. And then I had to change. I had to let go. I had to forgive. I had to move on. I had to go, you're in spirit now. I can't be mad. He's in God's pure light. So Jody, she loved you. She loved you as much as she possibly could love you with her limitations that she had. Okay, I'm just letting you know. And she really wants you to follow your dream. There's something with this, by the way. You might be thinking of doing something new or going into a new job or trying a new hobby or a new thing, but she's saying go for it. Okay, but she's with you all the time. It's just I kind of feel almost like you are a little bit like that with her. So if you say, all right, Mom, letting you in. She's not insane in her other life or still having her mental illness or still having all of her issues. She's not having all of that. Okay, her soul is healed up. And the fact that she was showing me that photograph is almost like frozen in time. Like, please just remember that, not all the other stuff. She looked very happy in the picture, by the way. So I hope that helps. I know that was a very long explanation, but I hope that helps you and gives you some peace and some closure, because she's one of your angels. I would start bringing her into the mix by talking to her by healing your relationship with her and you telling her that you love her, okay, and that you guys are going to be okay, you're forgiven, because she'll start to, interact with you more, which is going to be a good thing, So I hope that helps. Jody said, yes, thank you so much. I feel some clarity now. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So let's do a recap because I'm going to pull a card. By the way, I've been using my Gabrielle cards for a long time, and I haven't been using my fairy cards, and I've been feeling very fairy-esque lately. So, so I'm going to be using fairy cards. So what do we need to know about this triple conjunction in the sky? Okay, so again, that's your homework. So if you get to go outside, look at the triple conjunction. Okay, the moon, Venus, Mars, okay, all in Leo. I think that's going to be really cool. It's going to be tonight, so if it's not cloudy where you live, go out and take a look. And remember, that's all love, 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 love. So, tune into the love. If you're looking for the love frequency, open your heart. Remember, open your heart chakra. Open your heart, okay, because call in, even if you don't have anybody right now that you're flirting with, if you're single and you're, looking, call someone into your heart, okay, through your heart, all right? And then we have Chiron turning retrograde on Thursday, which is the start of a new cycle of returning to something that we have to, a wound, okay, that we might be having to heal through, okay, there's some wounding there. We also have a chance with Neptune to kind of be spiritual and to connect with our higher consciousness. And also Neptune is connection with creativity. That's on Thursday. And then on Saturday is the new moon. Okay, second chance new moon. Sorry, not new moon, but second chance new moon. The first quarter lunar cycle in Libra. But then, okay, that night we have the sun is opposing Pluto. So toward the weekend's going to be a little, so that's the time to stay light, okay? Maybe lock yourself away in the house. Remember that closet I was talking about that we could do scrying in, okay? And then maybe we'll go into that. All right, so what do we need to know about all this wonderful information? What's the collective card? I'm going to pull one card for the collective energy. What do we all need to know about this week with the angels and the fairies and the saints and everybody that on our spirit team wants us to know, and for the week that will help us. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. We got the same card Jody's mom sent to Jody, which is follow your dreams. Okay. This Venus conjunct Mars thing, and look at how she's got the fairies all around her while she's sleeping peacefully, okay? Okay, whatever you dream about this week, by the way, Neptune is dreams too, so whatever we dream about this week, okay, and we kind of come up with, now's the time to kind of like sort of start thinking about that and start implementing these things. Remember, even Pluto, who's nasty, nasty, nasty Pluto, still has a higher purpose, which is Phoenix rising. So even though it burns something down, something grows out of the Phoenix. So remember to follow your dreams, follow your heart. I gave this message last week, but I'm also going to give the message this week because Chiron is in Aries. Leo is fire sign. Aries is fire sign. Remember, this is your life. We have one life in this incarnation, at least in this current physical time and matter and space and all that. Unless you believe in other dimensions, which, is possible. But look, live your life. Don't ask for permission, okay? Live your life. Aries is leader. Leos are leaders too, Live your life, okay? Libras are leaders. Cancer is a leader. All this cardinal energy is leadership. So live your life how you want to live it. Don't make excuses. Don't ask for permission. If you ask people that are, look, if you're downloaded with the dream and you ask someone, what do you think of this? And they were not downloaded with the same dream, they're going to say, don't do that. That's stupid. And then we get talked out of things that you were the one downloaded with the message, not the other person. Okay? Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Okay? Leo's heart. That's literally the literal heart. Leo is heart and the spinal cord. So follow your heart. Okay, and you can't go wrong. Okay, everybody. Hope that helps. Big Monday night download, okay? If you have any questions and you want to have a personalized astrological session with me, an intuitive session, a personalized astrological session, all in one session, go ahead and send me a text message or a DM. It's faster if you text me, and I will get you into the schedule here. And yeah, so go forth, love, okay? Live, laugh, and love, and hug someone you know. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining.